But let's talk Bucks side of things here. Giannis, he's missed the game with an ankle. He's had, really over the last couple of weeks, some ankle injuries flare up here. But I can't get the sense, curious if you can get the sense, on whether Embiid is staying in the lineup because he just loves to play, he's healthy enough, he's trying to secure up the MVP, or they're trying to lock up the overall #1 seed here in the NBA.
I think both. You know, I think, look, he's a competitor. He wants to play. I do believe he plays when he's healthy and healthy enough to play. But with his injury history, I think he does have to be a little bit careful. I'm happy to see him trying to give it a go tonight because, look, he makes them different. He's one of the most dominating players in the league. Giannis is trying to get himself together as well. These guys must be healthy and ready to go. Like Coach said earlier, you know, health, it stops and starts with health.
Well, let's focus in on Giannis and the Bucks, who's been dealing with this ankle injury, as I mentioned. What are your thoughts on some of the things you've seen from him and just how dominant he has been this year?
You know, Jared, I've had the pleasure of watching them in person about 5 times this year, and every time I walk away being more amazed at what this young man has become in such a short period of time. I mean, if you could build a basketball player, it used to be you would build Shaq. Back in the day, you know, young Shaq, you would build this guy. He's 6'10", 6'11", playing point guard, playing center. He dunks everything. He's getting to where he can shoot the ball from the perimeter. And once he gets where he can do that consistently, it's over. Yeah. What a season.
Now, let me ask you about a comment that Mike D'Antoni made to The Athletic the other day about the MVP race. Obviously, D'Antoni's coaching Harden, and he's doing everything to campaign for the Beard to win a second straight MVP. But D'Antoni said to The Athletic, quote, "The Bucks are in the East. Give us those teams about 4 times instead of our guys in the West."
Hey.
Is that a valid argument?
It's the argument you make if you're coaching the next guy, who's James Harden. Yeah, I appreciate Mike stepping up, saying this for his guy. I don't think he would be saying it if he felt like James had things locked up. So he's going to bat for his guy. And look, I don't think there's going to be a wrong answer if you give it to either one of those two. I just think what Giannis has done and having his team consistently at the top of the East all year long, the year he's put in, the numbers he's put up, I just feel like it's his year.
So you'd go with Giannis?
I would at this point, yes.
Wow. Well, they're dealing with a whole bunch of injuries. The Bucks are not all that different, really, from the Sixers, except for the fact that Giannis is going to play tonight, and we're waiting to see about Embiid. But, you know, everyone from Mirotic to Brogdon to Pau Gasol to DiVincenzo's been out. Now Middleton's going to play tonight, but he's been dealing with some injuries. How do you, for a team that consistently has been the best team in terms of record all year, how do you deal with all of this now when you're trying to be at your best when the playoffs start next week?
It's tough, but you have to try to manage minutes, especially late in the season. And games like tonight kind of throw a monkey wrench into things. You hope you're playing those non-playoff teams down the stretch where you can comfortably rest your guys. You can't really do that tonight. You know, the Sixers want to secure third. Milwaukee wants to secure the top and secure home court for the rest of the playoffs. So these guys have to go out there and play a little banged up tonight. Some of them do.
So in Orlando and in Miami right now, they are rooting for the Sixers to win, if only for this reason. So the Bucks don't lock up the #1 seed tonight, and then that would force, or at least you would think, would force the Bucks' hand into playing Giannis over the weekend against Brooklyn. The Bucks have 3 more games after tonight. They are against a team like Brooklyn first. Orlando and Miami needs Brooklyn to lose. They don't want to see Giannis sit against the Nets.
No doubt about it. And, you know, once you can mark this down. Once they secure Giannis, it's not going to play much more. If they can win this game tonight, he'll sit the next couple, I would think, and rest this thing out until they get to playoffs. And what are we, 2 weeks away now? That seems impossible.
We're a week from Saturday from the playoffs starting.
Less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go. Let's go. Rex Chapman, Jared Greenberg, Game Time Live rolls on. Take it.